Dolnay Housing was set up by Royal Mencap Society in 1998 to recognise that there was a real shortage of appropriate accommodation in places that people wanted to live, near to their communities, near to their families. And since that time, we've been able to help not just hundreds, but probably thousands of people directly and indirectly with advice, support and actual solutions. So as I currently stand here today, since 1998, we've actually got 1,300 tenants who are currently living in accommodation that we've either purchased or we've leased. And this year alone, we're hoping to house a further 250 people. We've done that through a mixture of grants, through loans, through previous bonds, through borrowing that we've managed to secure through Triodos. We mustn't forget, however, as with the rest of the population, families have got a responsibility. And it's been a difficult conversation. Certainly 10, 15 years ago, that was a difficult conversation to have with the family, saying, you might have to come up with a solution because the government, the local authority, aren't going to come up with a solution for you. So we've done a lot of work to support families plan for the future, whether that's now around shared ownership, joint investment opportunities, and working with setting up trusts so that they can plan for when they've gone, that son or daughter can benefit from what increasingly is becoming people have owned their own property and obviously have an estate to leave. But leasing isn't always a possibility. It may not provide the right accommodation, and also leasing from whether it's the private rental sector or through other landlords isn't always as suitable. Grants have dried up. What we're seeing across the local authorities is that they have less money to invest in putting into properties. Conventional loans cost us money. They make the rent sometimes unsustainable and unaffordable. The vast majority of our tenants are entitled to housing benefits, so we need to make it affordable. So back in probably about this time last year, we thought, and we spoke to our colleagues in Triodos and said, can we do a bond that we did one 10 years ago? It's a different climate. Is there options for us to look at doing a new bond? And one that's both attractive to investors like yourselves, but one that's also workable for us to provide those solutions. The result, as I have to say, has been fantastic. We were fighting people off at the end. We raised £10 million ahead of schedule. 700 individuals, some of whom, as I said, are in this room today, invested it, along with charitable trusts and social investors. The idea was that we would house 100 people, and that is currently certainly our aim. We've housed, I think, at this, as it stands this week, we've housed 50 people, and we're close to either completing or starting conveyancing on the remaining properties to house the rest of the people that we'd identified.